through my veins. On the pitch where the glory remains, the cockerel stands brave on the crest. North London pride, this ain't no jest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Sorry, I was just getting a drink there. Hi, guys, and welcome to your second stream of the day here on THFC Till I Die as we build up to our Champions League game against Monaco tonight. And as I said earlier at 10 o'clock this morning when I did after the presser, I thought I wanted to do things a little bit differently on match days, especially with the nighttime games. And I want to give that feeling of building up to the game and going through what we think might happen and what we normally do for go to a match day, where we normally predict the lineup on the way to the game. Is it going to be this player? Is it going to be that player? And I just wanted to do something different and get you guys involved in it as well and let you have your say, which is important to me anyway, because you guys are the ones that keep us going. You guys are the ones that keep us doing what we do and what we love doing. So, it's you guys liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell that keeps it going, especially here on THFC Till I Die or on X as well, guys. It's very much appreciated. But yes, we are going live. We are going to go through our predicted lineup. And yes, we have got Monaco tonight, who are unbeaten at home. Now, injury news isn't great, is it, to be fair? We know Romero's out. We know Destiny Yedder is out as well. And to go through the rest of the... Hang on, just see now. If I can bring up the... maybe that's it. Okay, it's not it. Never mind. I was trying... Injury front isn't great. We know Romero's out. We know Destiny Yedder is out for this game. We also know we've got an injury list as long as our arm, with Madison out, Kulu is out, Taki's out. And with the news that that was broke yesterday, that dropped yesterday, over the new man that's coming to Tottenham. Is that it? No, it's not it. Sorry. I'm just trying to get the right PDF up for you. I shouldn't have done it. There we go. You shouldn't have seen that yet. So let me go up there. Look, actually, that ain't working. I had this all sorted out before. Honestly, I did. I had it all out before I started. Honestly, everything was working smoothly, and then you go live and it all goes tits up. Now, Tottenham have confirmed a new appointment as Lewis family revamp continues. Tottenham Hotspur have appointed the appointment of Dan Lewindon from the City Football Group. He will be in charge of medical, sports, science, nutrient, psychology departments across the men's, women's, and the academies team. The one that sticks out of mind for me is medical. And we got an injury list as long as our arm. So please, Mr. Luden, if you do... if you want to do anything and get on the right side of us fans and on your to-do list, number one should be the medical department. Please, for the love of God, would you sort them out, because they're driving us mad. Really are driving us absolutely up the wall. Let's welcome a few people in. We've got P. Philly. Big up to you, P. Philly. He says, please drop Vicario. I haven't. I can confirm I haven't dropped him. I will give my reasons why when I go through the predicted lineup, and I've tweaked it as well a little bit. So let me know what you think about my formation as well, guys. I'm big up to Giant 68. Big up to a win for Spurs. Look, I would love a win tonight, but Monaco, I was told this morning, are unbeaten at home this season. So it's going to be a little bit of a hard task. But, funny things have happened. We can do it. Right, this is my predicted lineup. So let me just bring it up there. There we go. That's better. There is my predicted lineup, guys. And I have tweaked the formation as well a little bit. Now, if I take the banner off there, then you'll be able to see. Right. I have started with a Vicario and goal. Now, I know people asked me, please drop Vicario. Why? I'm sorry. He may not be everyone's cup of tea at the month, but if you really do look into the numbers and the stats are out there, Vicario is actually one of the top keepers in the Premier League at the moment. Look, everyone's saying bring Kingsley in. Kingsley has regressed within training. And how can you put a player that's regressed? You can't. You can't do that. It'd be pointless. It just would be a pointless exercise. I think you've got to be careful. Kingsley's got to earn his place, and Vicario is our number one. Of course, he's going to have Thomas Frank's support, and I think it's the right decision. I get people are unhappy with his positioning. I get people are unhappy with his sort of in-game knowledge. Yes, can it improve? Hell yeah, can it improve? But I think this has to be dropped and bring Kingsley in. I think we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. I really do. And I'm not in favor of it. Look, Vicario is still a very, very good goalkeeper. He's not even in his prime yet. So, I mean, we've had good goalkeepers at Tottenham before that have made howlers. I can remember Ray Clements. But Ray Clements at the time in the 80s, 70s and 80s was England's number one goalkeeper. He was vying for it with Peter Shilton. And a really good quality, world-class goalkeeper. Against Barcelona, he absolutely made an absolute howler. Keepers do. Eric Torsvet made 2 howlers on his debut for Spurs. He turned out to be a decent keeper. Hugo Lloris was very good for us up to the last year of his tenure as our leading number one. So I think Vicario, if you look through the numbers and really look at it and look through the stats, and he's a very good shot stopper. Yes, he can. He's questionable on some of his decisions. Can that be worked on? Hell, yes, it can be worked on. I think it will be worked on. But just to drop him, just for the sake of a goalkeeper that has regressed in training and really not comfortable, I think, being in goals sometimes. I think it's a little bit unfair. I really do. I don't know much. I'm more of an outfield player. I have spoke to Colin about this. He's the goalkeeper. He was a goalkeeper and he knows about goalkeeping. And he's been telling me, Vicario is a goalkeeper. And I believe that he is a good goalkeeper, but he just needs to calm down and just don't let his emotions run out. If you have to hold on to the ball for a little couple of seconds more, just to clear your head, right? What have I got around me? And not making rush decisions, then I think he will be okay. Now, the back five sort of speaks for itself, isn't it? It really does speak for itself. I just want to bring up from Iceman, who does put a very good comment, and he's exactly right. And the point I was trying to make, but he's made it better than me. Every time a keeper makes a mistake, it's massively highlighted. When a striker misses three one-on-ones, doesn't get highlighted. No, that's true. It is so true. The keepers are such. Yeah, he's right. He's right. Look, Vicario can have a tremendous game and really make fantastic saves, be the command of his area, and make one howler. Then that's highlighted. Everyone's jumping on his back, but they seem to forget what he'd done for the 89 minutes before that. So for me, that's why I'm sticking with Vicario. I may have a little bit of complaints myself about him, but he's still a very good goalkeeper. Back five sort of speaks for itself. Jed Spence still in left back because of injured Udogie. Kevin Danso in for the injured Romero. Mickey van der Ven probably will be captain tonight, I think, or maybe Palunia might be captain. I don't know, one of the two. And then Pedro Porro on the right wing. Talking about the back five, back four, there's nothing really to talk about it. They're all very good defenders. I just feel Porro had a bit of a poor game against Villa on Sunday. Are we playing him too much? And I think we are, because we failed to address the fullback issue in the summer, where we should have brought another fullback in to cover both sides. Jed Spence can play in the left, he can play in the right. But if if we got Udogie out and say Porro picks up an injury tonight, who do we play at left back on Sunday against Everton? Probably Archie Gray. This is where I think Tequila is spot on, where we massively dropped that planger by not getting another fullback in. But look, saying that, I think that is a solid back five for me, and a back five that should do well tonight. Now, this is where I've made the changes in the system. Instead of playing with two pivots, I've only playing with one number 6 with Palunia playing in the 6 role, and I put Sarr and Bergville in both number 8. I'm not playing with a 10. I just don't think Sarr's been slightly better in the 10 role this season, but playing with two 6s does not work for me. Bergville's not a 6. He's more of an 8 than a 6 for me. He can play in the 10 role himself. So that's why I've gone with 2 8s. I just think it makes more sense. It really does. And then for the front three, I've gone with Kudus, Simmons on the left, Kudus on the right, and I'm starting with Colo. Now, a lot of people are going to be shocked that he hasn't played a lot of football. He's come back of a long injury. Is he match fit? Probably not, but he has played against Monaco before. He has played in the French league before, so he'd be used to French opposition. So maybe might be a good idea to play him tonight, gain him that bit of match experience, a little bit of match fitness as well. And also give him a chance to get a bit of confidence, because he hasn't had a lot of confidence. He came on against Villa and he was woeful. I mean, the air kick for me is the biggest highlight of that game. I mean, how he missed that, God only knows. And for Simmons and Kudus, look, you either got to play them two, or you play Odegaard or Johnson on the wings. And Johnson ain't a winger. Please do not even go there with Johnson. He can't play in the wings. He's not a 10. What is he? Nobody knows. So that's why I've gone for Simmons and Kudus. I think Simmons needs as much game time as he can get to gain his confidence. So that is my predicted 11 for tonight's game away to Monaco. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that lineup. Let me know what you think of the slight tweak of formation as well. Does it make sense? I just think playing Palunia as a number 6, it makes more sense. I think Bergville's more of an 8 than a 6 personally, and I think that's why I've played them both him and Sarr together. And I think they can play together, him and Sarr. They have played together in midfield and they can do it. So there's not a question of not playing together. And I understand Bergville's not everyone's cup of tea, but I do think he's a big talent. I do believe that he will make it at Tottenham. I hope he does. Because I think he's got the talent, he's got the temperament, and he's got the ability to make it at Spurs. Papa Sarr has had a great start to the season. Tailed off a little bit last few games, but I think players do go through little dips, highs and lows during the season. So I think this might be a little dip for him. So that's why I'm quite happy with that midfield trait. I when it comes to the front three, I get it. People are going to be skeptical, and I get it. People are going to be scratching their heads because if Kudus and Simmons don't play well, we don't play well. And I said this the other day, and I made a point of saying it when Glenn Hoddle, back in the day, when Tottenham signed Ozzy and Ricky, he turned around and I think he said to one of the players, "I am over the moon with signed Ozzy." And he says, "Why?" "Because somebody else understands my football." Football is a language to itself, and if you've got quality players that understand each other, then it makes a big difference to a team. I just think that if you put, say, Vlahovic and the striker and have Kudus and Simmons on the wing, that front three completely transforms itself into a really good front three. At the moment, it's an okay front three. If you put Richie in there, it's a shit front three. I don't care how good Simmons and Kudus are. Richie's not the striker to bang in the goals because Richie ain't going to do it. So I think it's important that we let Kulu get him going tonight, let him start, then get his match fitness in. He's played against Monaco. He knows how French teams play. I think it makes perfect sense. I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me, but I want to try something different. I want to try something different. And this is what Thomas Frank to be a little bit adaptable. Change something, do something different. Be brave with your decisions. Be brave with your lineup. Be brave with your tactics. Do you know what I mean? I think he's too cautious, and he needs to change it. And that's why I changed it. That's why I went with a different formation, slightly tweaked the midfield. I was toying going with the 3-5-2, but we haven't got three central defenders, so you can't really do that. Yes, Alchigray can play there. Yes, Paolini can play centre back as well. But if we had Romero fit, I would have gone with the back three. I would have played 3-5-2 tonight. I really would have done. If we had the players available and the players were fit, I would have changed the system completely tonight. But I had to change it for the players that were available. Do you know what? I don't think he's going to be out. I will get to the comments in a minute. But guys, that is my predicted lineup. So let me know what you think in the chat. Let me know what would you agree? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Would you make any changes yourself? Would you drop players? Do you disagree with the players that are picked? Do you disagree with Colo? Do you agree with me playing Simmons and Kudus on the wing? Do you disagree that we should be playing a double pivot? Do you agree with me also that we're happy to play with Paolini? So let me know. And this is why I do this live, because it's for you guys to get involved and for you guys to say, no, Dermo, I think you're tactically a bit wrong there. But it's down to you guys. And that's what I love about this. It's down to you guys. Let's go through the chat as well. And let's see who's in there. We've got a lot of comments coming in. Let's go back to big up to Rayman. He said, yep, agree, Arsenal. There's also a tendency that libel anything a keeper does that leads to a goal as a mistake, when sometimes it's just a series of reasonable decisions. That's what I'm saying about Vicario. It's just his decision making has to be better. It has to be a lot clearer. It has to be he has to take emotion out of it. He has to lose a bit of logic and a little bit of calm himself down a little bit. I think he's a bit too, I've got to keep going. I've got to keep going. Got the ball. Got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of it. And instead of taking a couple of seconds, right, looking around, take a breath, right, this is what I'm going to do. Instead of rushing it. If you rush it, that leads to mistakes. Mistakes leads to goals being conceded, and we've got to cut that out. So I think on Vicario, I do agree with you, Rayman, that anything a keeper does that leads go is a mistake. I think we also have to be a little bit jumping on the bandwagon with Vicario. Drop him, binking skiing. You're shooting yourself in the foot. If the other keeper's regressed in training, why are you putting him in? You're rewarding him for regressing. We shouldn't be rewarding players for regressing. We should be rewarding players for training hard, giving their all, giving 100% in training, and then they earn the spot. If players are going to regress, then why are you putting them in? You're going to reward them for regressing. It shouldn't be. Big up John 68. We keep Ben Davis for cover. He's a long-term injury now. Yeah, he is. Let's hope we get a couple of decent first-team players ready in January. I think we will. Iceman, 100%, 100% right, Rayman. I've been the striker all my life and got nowhere near as much stick as my goalkeepers. True. Big up to Ryan Testing. Big up to you, Ryan. I hope you're doing well. So great to see you in. He's asking, how long was Romero out for, bro? I'm thinking he may be back for the weekend, and possibly. I'm still waiting for an update. I think your dog is also one we're waiting for a massive update as well. Rayman saying he was supposed to cue you back before March. I don't think he'll be out that long, Rayman, but we will see. And then Iceman says, Rogers shot on the weekend. If we close him down, he does. I said that as well. I was very critical of Bentancur and Van de Ven that they didn't close the space down. I mean, both goals, if you really think about it, both goals were preventable. And I don't think Vicario had a chance with either. But I think if Danso doesn't slip for the second goal, then they don't score that. If Bentancur and Van de Ven close in and close the gap and close the space that was there, then Roch doesn't get a shot off, in my opinion. So I agree with your Iceman. Guys, that is it. Ryan says, I don't know what that is. Is that a smiley face? Maybe it's a smiley face, Rayman. Maybe it is. But guys, that is it. That is your predicted lineup show. That is my lineup I have gone with. I'll give it to you one more time. It is a Vicario on goal, gone with a back four of Spence, Danso, Mickey Van de Ven, and Pedro Porro. I've gone with one number 6 with Paluni just sitting in front of that back four. I've gone with 2 8s with Papa Sarr and Bergville. And I've gone with a front 3 of Xavi Simons, Colo making his Champions League debut for Tottenham. Full start first. I know he came on against Villarreal, but this is his first start for Spurs in the Champions League, and Kudus on the right and Simmons on the left. That is my starting 11. Let me know if you agree, or let me know if you disagree in the comments below. Would love to know. And let me know, would you like this going forward being a live show as well before on match days? Let me know if you want these predicted lineups early on match day mornings, if you would like me to do this more often. It's a hat derma. Is that what it is? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's saying that now. Yeah. It's a funny looking hat, but yeah, it is a hat. Okay. But yeah, let me know. Guys, we are back tonight at 7:30. So join me and James for all the watch along, all the build up to the Monaco game. We're going to talk about lineup. We're going to talk about tactics. And then we've got the watch along. And then at 10:10, we do have instant match reactions. Me by myself or James as well. We'll be talking to the game we've just seen. And then tomorrow, guys, at 1, we've got the podcast with me and Dave Harris, Irish Lads Talk Spurs, as we go over Tottenham's game of tonight. And also a little talk about football in broader terms as well. And then we've got, what else we've got tomorrow? Oh, yeah, 4 o'clock, we've got player ratings. And then at 8 o'clock, we've got final score of yesterday's match. Friday, we've got all the build up to the Everton game, plus the Fantasy League as well will be shown on Friday as well before the game to see where everyone sits before the start of the weekend. Who's risen, who's dropped, who's there, and who's about. So it's going to be very interesting. Has anyone caught Ryan yet? I doubt it, but I think Ryan is cheating. No, I'm not joking, Ryan. I'm joking. Ryan has turned into a bit of a Jose Mourinho here for the team he's picked. Big up to Billy Big up to Bill. Hope you're doing well. He says, come on, you Spurs. That's it. gas the spirit, Bill. Please hit the like button and subscription and hit that notification bell for future shows. Guys, I am out of here. I'm on We're Top TV at 6:30 tonight, so join me over there. And then we're back on here at 7:30, myself and James, with the Champions League away day at Monaco. Can Spurs spring a surprise in the Principality? And can we come away? Can we bet it all on black and come away with 3 points? Come on, you Spurs. In Big Thomas Frank we trust. We never stop. Big up to Leo. Sorry, thought I was going to go, but big up. I have to always big up this man. Big up to your right, Rain Man, as well. Big up to Leo Starman, the only man who wants me to go and put on my David Bowie LP. Big up to you, Leo. So just listen at work. Big up to you, sir. I hope you're doing well. And I hope your day's going well as well. On that note, then, I am going because I want something to eat and get ready for tonight's stream. Come on, you Spurs, and Thomas Frank we trust. We never stop. We're the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. Take me home to the mighty Tottenham High Road. See you later. Bye-bye.